We have some huge news from the Axie Infinity team here. They have just introduced their first burning mechanic in a very long time. They are now removing Adventure Mode SLP as well as the Daily Quest SLP. Not only that, they're going to be adjusting the SLP per win per game on PvP, as well as a bunch of other changes. So let's go ahead and hit the key points in this article. And this article will be in the link in the description if you want to read through the entire thing on your own, but I'm just going to be hitting over the main points here. So not only are they getting rid of the SLP in Adventure Mode and Daily Quest, but they're also adjusting the SLP earned in the sub 800 MMR. So now you're able to earn 1 SLP per win if you're under that point, which is going to be very nice for those beginner players that are trying to learn the game. But this may only be temporary, as they say, for now. They go on to say that Season 20 is close, and when it's released, a variety of important economic balancing changes will be implemented. So again, not all of these that are mentioned in the article will be in place right now. But again, once Season 20 rolls around, and especially Origin, that's when the main burn mechanics will be added. So they go to bring up the mint to burn ratio and talk about how it is just extremely high. It's 4 times more SLPs being created than burned. So again, getting rid of the Adventure Mode and Daily Quest, you can see here the Quest takes up about 15% of all SLP in circulation, which equates to about as much as the breeding for a day. And then the PvE was another 40%. So about, I don't know, 55-60% was coming from the Adventure and Quest modes. Now they'll just be left with the 44% coming from the PvP, which will actually be reduced a little bit more each day as well with the new scaling on the ladder. So they say that these changes are going to remove about 130 million SLP per day. This is crazy. Again, a huge reduction in the supply. If the demand stays the same, you know, as long as that supply is less than the burn rate, then that price should start to trickle up little by little. But again, more burn changes are to come, which they talk about it a little later in the article. So one of the cool things about the removal of the quest is they actually think they are going to reintroduce the quest mechanics throughout Origin. We don't know if you're going to get AXS or SLP or a different kind of resource or something from the land, anything like that. But again, they're removing about 45 million SLP per day. And they mentioned that this is going to be very painful. It's painful medicine, but the economy really needed drastic and decisive action now, or, you know, the token SLP would go to 0.00000000001. and SLP would be absolutely worthless. So now we're going to go ahead and go into the cool part. They're actually increasing the rewards on PvP ladder a ton, okay? They were giving around 3,000 AXS to the top 1,000 players, which again is about 3 per player on there on average. Obviously, it's scaled up differently there. But now they're going to be throwing in over 117,000 AXS per season. Let's go ahead and break down this chart here. So you have the top player. This is going to be their finishes, how many prizes will be available, or how many people are in each range there, the percentage of the AXS allocated, and then the total AXS per player. Now, I made a nice little spreadsheet here to go ahead and break down. So again, finish placement if you're in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th through 10th, blah, blah, blah. This is how much AXS you'll be getting per placement here. So if you finish 1st, you'll get 203 AXS. If you finish in 51st place, you'll get a 14.4 or 1.4. And if you finish in the top 500, you're getting 2.5. And if you get all the way 300,000th place on ladder, which is very doable. There's only, what, like close 2 million active players right now. So again, if you're in that top little percentage, then you're going to be getting some AXS. So yeah, as long as you're in the top 15%, you can be expected to get at least 0.28 AXS, which breaks down to about $13. An extra little bonus. Again, nothing too crazy, but again, if AXS was to, you know, bump back up to $150 like where it was, then you're getting about $43, which is a nice little paycheck just for being in the top 15%, which I know a lot of you guys are capable of doing. But if we break down the rewards right now, again, it's only really worth it if you're in that top 1,000. Again, that's what they kind of want to focus on, is that competitive gameplay, which is pretty cool to see. But if you're getting 1st place, you're getting a nice $10,000 reward almost, which is kind of crazy. So this is a great change here, but now here comes the little bit more bad news. So they did introduce back 1 SLP per win for under 800, but they also had to take a little bit away. If you're in the 1,000 to 1,100, you're still getting that 3 SLP per win. And then if you're in the season starting rank, you're now earning from 6 down to 5. 13 to 14.99, you go from 9 down to 6. And then 15 to 17, you go from 12 down to 8. So pretty big drop. And at 1,800, 1,900, you go from 15 down to 10. And finally at 2,000 plus, you're going from 18 down to 12. So not only have they gotten rid of the adventure mode SLP, they've gotten rid of the daily quest SLP, they are now reducing SLP allowed in PvP, which will significantly drop off the supply an SLP made, which again, with the new burn mechanics that they're talking about here, this could be what we need. So then they go into the increased burn. So here's what they're looking for in the future, the long term. So they are looking for specialized cosmetics and skins. So like fancy hats for your Axies, mustaches, whatever you want, they got you. Upgraded Axie body parts, which you've seen in past previous leaks or sneak peeks. The in-game emojis, that'd be kind of cool, like Clash of Clans. You're able to, troll your opponent. That'd be kind of cool to see. Breeding events, we've seen this with the 10 millionth Axie. Buy-in tournaments, this is one of my suggestions I'm so excited about. Oh my goodness, you can't even imagine how excited I'm going to be. Be able to buy in a tournament. If you win, you're getting a big paycheck. You just have to put in a little SLP entry to be able to get into it, and then they'll take like a small fee just to burn it out. And then finally, obviously, Axie naming. I'm kind of sad that they're going to charge SLP for it, but it is what it is. Again, Clash of Clans, a bunch of other games, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, all sorts of games, they always charge you to change your name. Maybe you get one free name change, but, yeah, it is what it is. Another important thing here, they're talking about vertical progression. Again, they've been waiting on this vertical progression to come into Axie. They're still waiting. It's not quite ready, but once they get it, they are ready to release it. They're as excited as we are, so can't wait to see that. So then they go on to just talk about how they're just going to, promote their game and their steps that they're looking for to, go from the start to finish. And finally, coming up here, we have the energy rework that is bound to happen. I would say probably when Origin comes out. It's not going to be this update, most likely, but it's probably going to come out in the Origin. So right now, they talk about, and I know this firsthand because I do it, it's more profitable just to have 3 separate accounts than it is to just throw in a bunch of floor Axies and put on another Scholar up to 20 energy, or especially go to 20 Axies and get them, or 40 energy and get them up to 60 energy there. So they're thinking about, every Axie you have, you get like 2 energy or something like that. That's why I think it would be like 2 energy per Axie that you have on there. So that way if you have, or maybe it's, I don't know, 3, 4, whatever it is. But they're thinking about doing more of a linear progression, which is kind of cool to see. And then this would create utility for the basic floor Axies again, because they're really promoting the competitiveness in the game. They want you to push higher to be able to get those AXS rewards, because those are going to be now a significant paycheck for you if you're playing Axie Infinity. So again, this is a good start here for the Axie team, but it's not the finished product. They have to introduce a few more burning mechanics. Otherwise, this reduction is just going to get people even more mad, and they're going to leave the game faster and faster. So we'll have to see what they're able to do. But anyways, that is all I got for you. Wow, that was the rhyme game. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.